Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Java Zone. In this episode, we're going to be learning about exception handling and exceptions. So when you hear the word exception, it looks like a hard concept like encapsulation, polymorphism, and abstraction. But just like them, this is also a very easy concept, like one of the easiest concepts. I wouldn't say that from my perspective. So let's learn about exception handling. And this is my abstraction class. If you haven't checked it out, top right hand corner or in the description, check it out. I don't know, I have like 15 Java classes at this point, so yeah, I'm a little confused. Also, do you guys actually watch the whole video? Because like according to my stats, people watch only average of 1 minute 12 seconds of the video. Just saying. So also let's wrap the abstraction. It's not an abstraction class. Let's write exception handling. So this is exception handling. So I haven't said what is exception handling yet, but exception handling. So let's give a real life example. Imagine, just take it as an example, that your routine is you wake up in the morning, you fresh up, you bring your umbrella with you, and you go to your school, the Neel workshop school. It doesn't exist, but if it does, it's a lot better than my classes. So imagine that's your routine. You do that every day. But one day, you forget to bring your umbrella and it starts raining. And that disrupts the whole process that it has. So you have to stand in like a shelter, and by the time the rain stops and you go, the school has already begun, so you can't able to enter the school, and it like changes the the other part of the program. It stops working. So it's exception. So that is exception. When you have a problem that is made by your fault, it is called exception. Now you might be thinking, this sounds very similar to errors. Then what is the difference between both of them? The answer is there is actually two major differences. I'm trying a lot of these things lately. This looks like too far. Give me a minute. Exception, errors. So the first major difference is exception is caused by our mistake. So like for example, in real life example, we are not able to bring the umbrella, and so it's our fault. So the point is caused because of us. Meanwhile, error in real life example is basically like, imagine you want to go to school and the school shuts down. And that is an error because it's not your fault that the school shut down, but it's like it shut down by itself. So we cannot control an error, or like we cannot stop an error. And the second huge example is exceptions can be solved. So if an exception occurs, it is basically like, imagine you wrote variable A is equals to 20, variable B is equals to 40. Int variable C, or int actually, so variable, or let's take it as an int C is equals to A plus B, system to output D. So D is not specified, so it throws an error, or most probably not an error, but an exception. So the error comes when you have physical hardware problems, like for example, you run this huge program but there's no space, or the notepad doesn't work, or the CPU is damaged, caused by hardware problems. So this is the difference between exception and errors. So exception looks like a simple concept, right? So now you might be thinking, how do you stop exceptions? The main answer, which a lot of people ignore, is to just check your program after it's over. But if you're working, like for example, imagine you're writing a program. You're a beginner and you're writing a program, and suddenly you have a doubt. I wonder if this line of code will work, and you're a little bit confused. Then you can use a type of method, not a method. It's a tool that you can use basically. The tool is try catch. So try catch means that you are telling the program that hey, try to catch an error between these. So it tries its best to catch its error, and it does. If it has an error, like system.out int a is equals to 50 sys out, which is the shortcut for system.println, sys out c, which does not exist. So it throws an error. So this is try catch. So it makes a okay. So this is a line that I have a doubt on. It's not this simple. There are like when you have big errors or exceptions, it works. But like just for like an example purpose. So now we have doubt. What if I have so many doubts on so many lines of code? Like imagine written like a 75 line of code, and I have code like doubt on code. There are like 5 to 6 lines of code. You have a little thought if it's gonna work or not. You cannot like directly write try catch, but because I mean you can only use one try in a program, but you can use multiple catches in a program. So what I meant is try catch, right? And here you written some other program, and again I can write here catch. So you can write multiple catches but on one try. So this is exception handling. There are a lot of other ways that you can handle exceptions, but this is the main and popular way you can handle an exception. So yeah, this is exception. And the way to solve errors is just by checking your hardware and if it works. And there are different types of errors which we'll come back to later. So the two main types of exceptions are runtime exceptions and compile time exceptions. Now the both sound easy. Like runtime exception occurs when a runtime problem happens, and compile time exception occurs when a compile time problem happens. The answer is wrong. When compile problem happens, it's not referred to as an exception, it's referred to as an error. Even though sometimes it could be a fault, it's referred to as an error. So compile time exception is not like compile time exception and runtime exception are like compile time and runtime exception, which would make sense, but not during compile time. If you could understand that, you can understand what is exception handling. It's an easy concept. So that is exception handling. It's an easy concept. It's like really easy. It helps me a lot when I'm trying to run my programs, like big line of programs. So yeah, if you did enjoy this class, even though a lot of people leave this video early, so if you haven't checked out my other Java videos, check them out. So yeah, anyways, hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.